Shimano brings us brand new JDM square bills. OSP releases the line of dry bags and possibly the most exquisite reel ever created. The 2022 Daiwa Exist lands. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle. Welcome to the Hookup Tackle. The Hookup Tackle is the world's largest showcase of Megabass products, featuring baits and colors not found at any other dealer. The Hookup also offers a wide display of OSP, Evergreen, Depths, Lucky Craft, Jackall, and many more. The Hookup Tackle is owned and operated by family, is staffed by guides and verified tackle nerds who love helping anglers elevate their craft. If you're in the Phoenix area, we'd love to have you stop by our showroom and check out the wonderful world of Megabass and the Hookup for yourself. If you shop online, there are almost 10,000 SKUs of Megabass products alone, with hundreds of other companies and new products being added daily. So next time you're looking for that hard to find bait, that color your fish have never seen before, or maybe you just want to elevate your game, look at thehookuptackle.com. What is up, my friends? Welcome back to What's New this week at the Hookup Tackle. I am Ben, aka the Tackle Otaku on Instagram, being joined by my buddy Jeffrey the King. Of course, we are the Hookup Tackle USA on Instagram. What is up, Jeffrey the King?
Good to see you again, mate.
So we are celebrating today.
Celebrating?
Yeah.
What are we celebrating
Today
for?
is March 20th. Do you know what March 20th is?
Sunday.
It's the first day of spring.
Oh, that.
Full moon,
Okay.
mating,
Oh,
spring,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
All things to celebrate. It is also my 24th wedding anniversary today.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And you're here, not with your wife?
Well, yeah, I'm a small business owner. I don't get weekends anymore. Come on.
That's a shame.
And she's in Vegas. Long story. But cheers to me. You drinking with me to celebrate? Normally I would celebrate with my wife, but
Yeah, but I'm not married to you.
yeah, but you kind of are. Jeff, think about this. You've been stuck with my nonsense now for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
Right? And
That's
you
true.
literally look every day like you're ready to jump off a cliff.
Right.
Imagine the patience and the halo over my wife Kelly's head for 24 years.
I see why she's not here with you.
Exactly. So, here. Peer pressure. Cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday. Hopefully this is the last Sunday you got to hear me with allergies.
Maybe.
I'm over this.
Are you?
Jeff. Yes. All right. Lots of cool things today. There's a ton of stuff right there on that rack
There is.
to talk about. So we are going to plow through it. Some new items, some new brands dropping, some important restocks. So we're going to go really quick. Lots of fun stuff. So let's start right here with OSP. So an unusual offering from OSP, we see a new dry bag. Now, OSP is focusing on a lot of the needs of anglers, both in boats and in kayaks, and needing a smaller dry bag type system. So we see two colors offered. There is a black one and a red one. We just figured out that the black one has the website on it.
Yeah.
And very importantly, they did include the www.
Yeah.
Just, because it could be something else, I guess, right?
Absolutely.
And then, of course, the red one has the logo hit on there. Dry bags are great if you guys just need to keep something stored in here. I don't know, a rain jacket, whatever you would, it's mainly clothes for me, right? Like a jacket, a sweatshirt, something like that. But anything you need to keep dry, you can stuff in there. It seals at the top. You roll it down, you hit it, and then you have a fully sealed bag. It's soft. It's much softer than a traditional dry bag would be. So it'll be easy to store. You put it in your backpack. You can clip it to a pack if you're hiking. Keep it on your kayak. So super dope offering from them. Those are new. We also see, while we're on soft goods from OSP, a restock of the OSP rod holders. Now, this is a rod holder that I use every time I'm shore fishing. A lot of you guys have been asking questions. We posted a couple of shore fishing videos this week, and we're asking questions on the rod holder. The combination of any waist pack, I use the OSP waist pack, but any waist pack, whether it's a Simms, an OSP, Depths, a Megabass, these attach very easily to it. They have two clips on there. They just slide over the waist pack and on. They hold your rod, so if you guys are shore fishing and want to carry more than one rod, this is the best solution I have found. So those return in all colors this week as well. All right, we also see 6 new hat additions from OSP, Jeff. So OSP's been cranking out soft goods over the last couple of months. So excited to get some new hats in. So I will run through these really quick with you. There's a nice camel one. You've got this guy in a black and gray. Also comes in a baby blue and white. And then a tan and gold. And then you have the other logo in what they call black khaki. And then this throwback denim. I know you're a huge fan of
Oh,
that.
huge
denim.
fan of denim.
Now, very quickly, I love OSP hats traditionally. I wear them all the time. This guy is a shallower, smaller cap. So if you are a small-headed person, this is going to be right up your alley. If you're a big-headed person like me, this is not so cool, right? So it doesn't quite go
No.
down far enough
Definitely doesn't.
on there. Even if I tighten it up,
Yeah, you got a big ass head.
I know, that's what she said.
Mm.
So, I mean, I'm sure I still look good, but it's definitely going to be more designed for you guys that have a little smaller head, maybe less hair. Maybe you cut
That
your
could-
hair every once in a
yeah,
while and you
that-
don't look like a homeless bum. It might fit you guys perfect. So, there you go. 6 new hats from OSP. This is going to be a one-time offering from them. So, if you're an OSP fan and you're looking for new hats, there you go. And I have a couple more OSP things to point out, but before I jump there, while we are on dry bags, Daiwa also released a dry bag this week. So let's just put all the dry bags together because, I mean, dude, I don't even remember the last time we had a dry bag, let alone 2 different dry bags in the same week. So this is the brand new waterproof dry bag backpack from Daiwa. So the OSP one, you're gonna be spending 30 bucks. This guy is gonna be 80 bucks. It's a bigger bag, right? It's the same tech. If you guys aren't used to dry bags, basically they're all gonna kind of roll. Now this is gonna be more of that kind of like terrapolin material. It's kind of like that shinier, slickier, black kind of ripstop material. Huge internals. There are some internal pockets in there as well. But this is a great backpack for shore fishing if you're fishing in rain or any conditions where you need to keep stuff super dry. It is a padded backpack as well. So you've got pads on the back that are vented and meshed, and then of course the straps. So now you have a pack that you can walk around with. With the Daiwa version, you have the OSP one that you can keep in your boat or attach to a pack. So a couple great options there. All right, and a couple of restock notes with OSP. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for the return of the Typhoon. We see a full restock of the OSP Typhoon back this week. This is the 1 ounce long cast. This is the super big spinnerbait with that mega blade. Great one for fishing deep or imitating a big profile like a big threadfin shad, a gizzard shad, blueback herring, just something that's got a lot of bulk and size to it. The Typhoon is dope. Those return. And then we also see a full restock in the High Pitcher and the High Pitcher Max spinnerbaits just in time for spring. So if you guys have been looking for any of the OSP spinnerbaits, all the wire baits return this week. High Pitcher Max is the full-size spinnerbait, light wire, just lots of vibration. The regular High Pitcher is a small, compact version. Like this is a 5/8 ounce right here, right? And it's super, super small. So all those return. If you guys have been waiting on spinnerbaits, great time to grab. We also see a return in the dunks from OSP. So most of the key colors in the dunk return. This is the 48 millimeter suspending version. The dunk is kind of a great crankbait, jerkbait hybrid. Not quite a shad, not quite a crankbait, kind of an in-between. So you can fish it both ways. You're gonna fish it similar to a shad, but it's gonna have more of a crankbait type of vibration. So very, very popular. Great one if you guys have been waiting. Those return. And the biggest restock this week, literally a pallet of these, Jeff, a bait that is just blown up over the last few months, is the HP Shad Tail. So all sizes, all colors return in this thing. We see a return of the shad colors, honey flash, morning dawn, neon wakasagi, white pearl, wakasagi. Now, the HP Shad Tail is a shad tail worm that can be used a lot of different ways, right? So, you know, you can drop shot this, you can fish it on a little finesse jig, but really where this bait shines is this is an amazing finesse free rig bait. Now, Griff has been throwing it on what he calls the Vato rig or the nutsack rig, right? And it makes an amazing bait for that too because it vibrates hard. But when you see this thing fall, it just has such a vibration on the way down. It's just a real tight little wobble on the way down while that tail is kicking in the back. So it just gives it a very lifelike minnow type profile on your free rig. I know a lot of you guys have been loving the free rig as we do. This is just a great alternative to something like a beaver or a stick or your traditional free rig baits when you need more of a bait fish profile. So if you guys have been waiting for these, now is the time to grab them. Everything is back from OSP. All right, Jeff, a big restock this week in the original small bluegill profile bait, the Isay Gillflat Jr. Now, there's been so much buzz with the ICAST winning knockoff version of this that most people have been flocking to the original. Isay's just been having a hard time keeping up. Now they are back, so if you guys have been waiting for these to drop again, this is a great time to grab them. These guys are gonna come 4 to a pack. They're gonna come with eyes. They're gonna come with a foam insert, so you can adjust the float or the sink rate to the bait. All of these are going to be designed, you can do so many different things with these guys. You can drop shot it, you can free rig it, it's an amazing free rig bait. You can swim it on its own just as a swim bait. You can see it's a fully segmented bait. It does have this hollow head in here that you can insert any of these foam pieces in there to give it more lift if you want to keep it up higher, or if you want to throw it on a frig and let it sink down and then have it kind of float back up. Any of that is possible. So if you guys have been waiting on the Gillflat Juniors, now is the time. Back in stock while they last. All right, while we are on restocks, let's highlight a couple of key restocks this week. Jackall Bounty Fish return in a couple of the key colors. Prism Shad and the White Shad return in the Bounty Fish, and a lot of you guys have been waiting for this. This is the super high float soft plastic. I know it looks like a fluke. You can certainly work it like a fluke, but really designed as a topwater bait, kind of a frog alternative. So lots of stuff you can do with that. So a couple of key colors return this week in there. We also see a big restock from Berkley, Japan this week in a couple of key baits. The Power Wiggler in the 4-inch returns in all colors. So this is the key size, is the main size that everybody uses. The Power Wiggler, of course, is a Japan-only offering. It's got a huge paddle tail, really wide body. It's just got a great movement to it under the water. So if you guys are looking for just a different paddle tail type movement coming through the water that pushes a lot and has a great vibration, of course, has that power bait scent, this could be a great option for you. And then staying in Berkley, Japan, we also see a return of the Power Flutter this week. So the Power Flutter is just a great all-around bait. Kenta shows this all the time on a football head, right, or a swing head. You can free rig it, you can flip it. So it's just a great little creature bait. It's got kind of those swimming arms to it. It's got that segmented front section, the little quiver tails to it. So just a good all-around creature bait to use from Berkley, Japan. So if you guys have been waiting for those, now is the time to grab them. All right, Jeff, brand new brand from Japan.
Brand new brand.
Brand new. I've been waiting to get these guys in. So these guys have been on my radar for a few years now. This is named after one of my favorite Metallica songs. You know I like Metallica, right?
Oh, yeah.
So one of my favorite songs is Whiplash.
Okay.
Whiplash Factory arrives here in the USA. This is the official debut. Now, Whiplash Factory is a sub-company to Valley Hill. Okay, and they have been really focusing on taking baits, tweaking them, and making them exactly how they want them to be. And they're really aiming not just to be a bass brand, but to be a multi-genre brand. So in Japan, bass fishing, super popular.
Yep.
Snakeheads, also super popular.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Sea bass,
Yep.
super popular. And what happens is you end up getting these brands that niche themselves as a snakehead brand, as a largemouth brand, as a sea bass brand. Whiplash wanted to try to blend the three together and create baits that could be utilized for any species if they created the bait correctly, right? So super excited to get these in, all made in Japan, super high quality. Let's run through them. I'm gonna start with topwater because this is where I'm most excited, really stoked to get these in. So this is what we're gonna call the wire system, okay? So there is a live wire, a grind-in wire, and a drive-in wire, okay? Now these are just gonna be basically the same bait, but in different sizes. So let me kind of run through these with you. I'm gonna show you some of the colors. We're gonna talk through the bait. Now, I'm a huge sucker for anything walking topwater bait, right? I mean, I think everybody loves walking topwater baits. These guys are designed to do a couple things differently. Whiplash looked at what a bass angler would use, and they want something that has kind of that nice knock and big movement to it. They looked at something that like a saltwater angler might want to use, and they want their baits to kind of dive and dart, right? But there's never really been a bait that could do both. If you take a topwater bait and move it too fast and it goes underwater, it just blows out and does stupid shit, right? If you get a bait that's designed to kind of dive down and dart underneath the water, it doesn't really work well on top. So the idea behind their topwater baits was to create a bait that you could just walk slowly and give big twitches, and it's gonna move hard side to side. It's gonna have this really nice knock. Right, so you have this internal weight here in the head that's going to slide back and forth and knock. You also have this tungsten weight back here that is going to knock, so you get that kind of 2-in-1 knock sound. If you fish it fast, you can also get it to kind of dive and dart underneath the water. So if the fish are boiling or moving really quick, you can get some extra movement out of it that you might not be able to get with a traditional topwater bait, like a Sammy or Dog X or Kick Knocker or something like that, right? Now, majority of their colors are transparent, and they have this really cool insert in them. So you're getting kind of that extra flash when it moves to the side. You're getting that very natural look. It's just a great bait, right? So let me fly through the sizes here. There's 4 sizes total, okay? So let's start right here. This is the live wire. This is 100 millimeters, okay? It's gonna be 12.6 grams. So basically just under half an ounce. Okay, so it's going to be kind of your traditional 100 millimeter size, right? You can see some of the super dope colors that they have. They have a smaller size. This is the Livewire 87. This is going to be a 9 gram. Okay, so this is going to be closer to kind of like a 3/8 ounce. Okay, and in a really finessey one. You can see there's some cool bluegill patterns. There's some nice little clear, transparent colors in there as well. So super dope there. Then it goes up in size to the one that I was just showing you, and this is the drive-in wire. Okay, this is 115 millimeters, 21 grams, so 3/4 of an ounce. You can see colors, really dope. They've got some matte finishes, they've got some transparent colors, right? Really, really cool. So this is gonna be probably, I would say this one's gonna probably be my main size, right? And then, if you guys like an even bigger size, they have the grind-in wire. And this is 130 millimeters, 33 grams, so about 1.25 ounces. So this is going to be to create the most commotion, the biggest profile, the longest cast. Just great topwaters. You guys are going to love seeing these in the water. You're going to catch a ton of fish on them. Now, they designed them to be super durable also. So the plastic is about 10% thicker than a traditional ABS plastic. So normally if it's like 1 millimeter, they're going like 1.1 or 1.2 millimeters to give it a little thicker plastic to be able to absorb high impact fish. So if you guys are fishing bass and stripers, or maybe bass and redfish, or maybe just big bass, right? These will be able to handle the impact of the hits and not crack on you, so you have lots of confidence. So there you go, the wire system for topwater baits from Whiplash, available now. All right, Whiplash also has a bait called the Spittin' Wire. Now this is going to be a 95 millimeter, 15 grams, so just over half of an ounce. Now the Spittin' Wire is designed to be more of a walking popper. Okay, so the baits we just showed you are going to be more of true walking. This guy is going to have a little bit wider of a body, right? It's going to have more of a popping mouth. So it's going to give you more pop as you walk it. So just another option, another alternative for you guys for a topwater bait. Same sound, it's gonna have that same kind of internal tungsten weight. This one's gonna have some glass beads in the head, so you get a combination sound. Little high and low pitch. So another great bait from Whiplash, Spittin' Wire, available now. And then we see 2 jerkbait sizes. Now these are called the Thunderbuck Ram. So we're just gonna call them TBRs, okay? That's easy. Jeff, you're laughing. Why are you laughing? Doesn't that make sense? Thunderbuck Ram.
Thunderbuck Ram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not what you would have thought of as a jerkbait name?
No.
Interesting.
Probably the last thing.
Okay, so we see the TBR 107 and the TBR 93. So a couple different sizes, 107 millimeters here, 93 millimeters here. So these guys also are going to be designed to do 2-in-1 motion. So you can certainly fish this like a traditional jerkbait by giving it rips, by giving it jerks. It's gonna have a big erratic movement to it. They also balanced it. You can see these internal chambers here. They have different chambers inside. You have the weight transfer system in the back. You have the glass beads in the front. You have that one single knocker moving in the head. So the sound is gonna be great on this thing, but you can also fish this like a crankbait and cast and wind. Now, they wanted to make sure that if you guys were going to use this as a crossover bait, right? If you're gonna fish it for, really they designed it to where you could fish it for bass and sea bass, right? So that could be you guys for largemouth and stripers, but really where I think this is gonna play is I know a lot of you guys live, you know, in the South or in places where you have to throw, you know, finessey baits on heavier gear, right? You gotta haul them out of grass, you gotta throw it on braid or 20 pound or something heavier. They've built everything here with a bigger line tie. It can facilitate a bigger split ring. Everything can be upsized here without the stress of anything flexing and opening up and breaking, which is pretty cool. So there you go. Jeff's favorite jerkbait name ever, the Thunderbuck Ram, available now from Whiplash. Jeff, what is something that all dads call their kids?
Asshole.
You have parents like me. What comes to mind for you?
What comes to mind?
Yeah,
Ungrateful.
ungrateful. Wow. We're just amazing parents here. I was thinking SOB.
Oh, no.
Here you go. The SOB Stream Custom from Whiplash. Now, this is a spinnerbait designed specifically for fishing current.
Oh,
Right?
is it?
Now, I
Okay.
bet you didn't know you needed a current spinnerbait.
No.
So, one of the challenges to spinnerbaits in current, if you guys are fishing streams, if you guys are fishing rivers, you know this, most spinnerbaits are designed for fishing still water. The way the blades are positioned on the bait is designed for a certain amount of water pickup to get that blade to spin. A lot of times you could take it into current, and that current pushing against it causes those blades not to spin properly. So Whiplash designed a series of spinnerbaits specifically for moving water so that they will spin effortlessly as soon as it lands, and immediately you get those blades turning. The way they are positioned and the style of blade allow it to do that. So if you guys are fishing, you know, river systems, stream systems, this might be a great one to add to the arsenal. So there you go, the SOB Stream Custom from Whiplash, available now. And then finally, we see maybe the best named buzzbait, I think maybe ever, the Whiplash Noise Addict Rhinoceros. Now, Whiplash knows that when you catch a lot of fish on a buzzbait, especially if you're throwing braid, wire can only bend so many times before it breaks, right? And one of the challenges is because it's all one piece, right? Wire all the way down to the hook, that when you catch a fish and this thing is flexing, that a lot of times, you know, you're boat flipping fish, your wire is flexing. So they created a buzzbait that eliminates the one piece hook, and they've gone to a single hook in the back that flexes. So now you can hook a fish, you're not going to have the stress on the wire, you can have the fish do whatever they want, and the buzzbait stays solid, stays together. It features a small willow and a little custom shaped blade in the back for some added flash. You can fish this thing really, really slow. It sits really low in the water, so you're gonna get great hookup ratios. That hook is gonna sit down just a little bit also, that allows to get a better hookup ratio on there. So if you guys love throwing a buzzbait like I do, this might be a great option for you. The shape of the head is designed to kind of bounce up and over cover, so this would be a great one for fishing around wood, laydowns, anything like that. So there you go, the Rhinoceros, finally, from Whiplash, available now. Finally, we get a rhinoceros bait. Boom, no more monkeys, Jeff.
What
So
about
over it.
the Jamaica boa? That's
Yeah, we
an
got-
animal too.
Yeah, we got snakes, we got
Yeah, we got
monkeys,
snakes,
but we've never had a
rhinoceroses.
rhino. Now, a rhino. Boom. All right, another new brand. Jeff. This is a very small, niche brand, kind of an up-and-coming lure maker from Japan. This is the company YG Labo. And the first bait that they are bringing here to the US is the Honey Slash Nalu, right? Now, their slogan is right up our alley. We're always talking about you gotta have a good time, right? So their slogan is have more fun rather than try too hard,
No.
right? So this is obviously a crawler style bait. This is one of the more famous kind of, niche craft lure maker crawlers in Japan. So excited to get these in. Now, crawler style baits come in so many different shapes and sizes. This one obviously is a little crazy with the face, but the idea behind it is that the bait sits lower in the water, so there's more body in the water. So when the fish bite, there's actually more presence versus it sitting really high in the water and skimming. You're gonna get more bait down in the water. It's got great movement to it. It's got great components. You've got an ABS plastic construction. You've got aluminum blades, knockers, right? So everything you need. Spec it out for you guys, 105 millimeters, 42 grams, so you're about 1.5 ounces, so pretty easy sized bait to throw. There's some really natural colors, there's some really crazy colors, so if you guys are crawler fans and you guys are kind of niche JDM lure maker fans, this might be right up your alley. The Honey Slash Nalu, available now. Let's fly through some other important restocks really quick, Jeff. Jackhammers. This is jackhammer season.
This is it.
Right? So we have been run over. I don't think we've ever had such a huge supply of jackhammers than what we have right now. So pretty much any color and size you guys can think of should be in stock. So you guys have been waiting on jackhammers, both original and Stealth Blade, all return. We've been getting a lot of requests to bring in the Z-Man Razor Shad. This is not a new bait, just a new bait for us. A lot of you guys love it on the back of your jackhammer. So if you have been looking for Razor Shads, it's a perfect complement to the jackhammer. Razor Shads are now available here at the Hookup Tackle. We also see some restock, some important restock in some JDM lines. So a lot of you guys have been loving the Defier D-Braid like we have. We see a restock in some of the key colors, including 15-pound this week. So if you guys have been waiting on that, those are back. We also see a huge restock in the FC Sniper Invisible. So this is the full camo line. It's available anywhere from a 2 to a 20-pound. So, it's a great line. We've been using it a lot, especially on our lighter setups. Love it. The brand new R18 Fluoro Hunter Tact from Seaguar. This is the brand new premium mainstream fluoro in Japan from Seaguar that just released this year. That returns also in all the sizes. So there you go. Sunline, Seaguar, have at it, all back. All right, we're also doing a bunch of warehouse cleaning and just trying to get caught up on some inbound this week. And we found a shipment that we've had for months from depths that we just have never got to, Jeff. So I know a lot of these items guys have been waiting on, so hopefully they speak to you. So if you guys have been waiting on the Depths Evoke 0120, we have them. This isn't a huge stocking, so definitely scoop these up if this is something you have been waiting on. But those return. This is the super dope prop bait from Depths in that Evoke series. We've had a couple of small shipments. They have flown out of here. I expect these to fly out as well. So if you guys have been looking for those or waiting, those are in. We also see a big restock in a bunch of the Evoke crankbaits. So the 1.2, the 2.0, 1.8. I know a lot of you guys are huge fans, as are we. It's been getting a ton of press lately. So if you guys have been waiting on Evokes, this is a great week to pick those up as well. We also had a whole box of cover scats back there. So I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on cover scats. I don't know how we missed these things, but there was a whole box sitting back there. So, green pumpkin blue, Waxahachie, 3, 5, 4s, all the key colors. Again, it's not a huge stock, but if you guys have been waiting on cover scats, which everybody's kind of waiting on cover scats all the time, those are back as well. And then we see a small resupply in the new Slide Swimmer 175 and some of the key colors, including Butch Brown Blueback Herring, Deadly Katahasu. So if you guys have been waiting on those return as well this week from Depths. All right, guys, some restock and some new items from Valley Hill. A lot of you guys have been waiting for some Valley Hill to come back in stock. We see a return of the Giganato. So we just had the Rhinoceros. Now we have the Giganato.
What's the Giganato?
It's like a big ass dinosaur.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is just a really big lipless bait. You can fish it a lot of different ways. You can cast and wind, you can rip it off the bottom, you can yo-yo it. It's 27 grams, right? So it's basically a full 1 ounce bait. You can hear it. Just got that one kind of shifting weight inside, right? So it's a subtle kind of one knock sound. So if you guys have been waiting for those to return, those are back. Another bait that we've been getting tons of requests to get back in finally comes back. This is the Valley Hill Boogie Back. Now we talk about the Boogie Back a lot. This is an amazing wake bait. Now you can crank it down as well and use it as a shallow crankbait, but designed as just a perfect kind of bluegill profile wake bait. Has an amazing action to it. The fish destroy this thing. Definitely one of the best wake baits on the market. And Jeff, you and I have thrown a lot of baits that should have worked and never catch them.
Absolutely.
This is one that seems to always catch them. So if you guys have been waiting, all the key colors are back in this guy. That's the Boogie Back from Valley Hill. Okay, now not to be outdone with the rhinoceros,
Okay.
right? How about a newt?
A newt.
Yep. So from Valley Hill, we see the introduction of the GP Newt. Okay, now these are going to be available in 2 sizes. There's a new 3.5 inch size and a full size. Let me take that out for you guys, let you guys check it out. So the Newt is just a very natural kind of creature bait. It's designed to be kind of like the next level of lizard, but in more of a compact creature profile. So it's got these big appendages on the side that are going to push and move a lot of water. It's got this unique kind of tail section back here that's going to move and flutter as well. It's ribbed on the one side, right? And you know, we love ribs, right? It is spring, right? So give them the ribs. So this is just a great option. Free rig, Texas rig. You can fish it weightless. You can use it as a jig trailer. Just something different, something cool. So if you guys have been looking for just a different type of lizard slash creature bait, the Newt might be exactly what you're looking for. I would say the full size is probably going to be more of a largemouth size. That little 3.5 is going to be perfect for smallmouth or more finesse applications. So lots of colors in that. Check that out from Valley Hill, the GP Newt. All right, new from Shimano, we see the official introduction of the Macbeth series of crankbaits. Now, this kind of came out of nowhere and took a lot of people by surprise. You know, Shimano has made lures in Japan for decades, and they make amazing lures, but Shimano America has never really wanted to bring them in. It's never really been a thing. So finally this year we see Shimano America expanding their horizons a little bit, bringing in some of the hard baits to go along with the rods and reels. And the first official introduction was the World Minnow, of course. This is the new square bill concept from Shimano, the Macbeth. Now, it's going to come in 3 sizes. There is a 50F, there is a 63, and there is a 75. Okay? Now, I'm going to take this out, and we will kind of run through it. Okay, so here is a look at the Macbeth. Now, the idea behind the Macbeth is they're calling this a hybrid edge lip. So it's got kind of a rounded and flat design to it. So the concept, the combination of that lip and the way it's keeled, you see it really kind of sinks down deep here, and this is weighted here in the bottom. It gives this bait a tremendous flash, and it gives it just a completely different bounce and deflection off of cover than what a traditional square bill would do. So, you know, we get asked this question all the time: what's the difference between this square bill and that square bill? It's just small little subtle things. They're all essentially designed to do the same stuff. Stay shallow, have great buoyancy, deflect off cover, right? And I would say at this point in our life, they all kind of do the same. The Macbeth was designed for you to throw it into heavy cover. Similar to how the Evoke was designed, they want you to put it in the wood, put it in the cover, let it deflect, and you're just gonna get a different motion out of it. So something different, something new, kind of throwback colors, I would say. They definitely designed them more to be like a traditional American colorations, right? Versus really aggressive JDM colors. But all good colors. I think you guys are gonna have a lot of success on that. So if you have been waiting for this to come, they arrived a few weeks early. They weren't expected to be here until mid-April, but we got them. So there you go, the brand new Macbeth from Shimano in stock now. All right, Jeff, another new bait, and you and I have been kind of very patiently awaiting this guy's arrival.
I have been.
Because this is, I don't know if the functionality of this bait is
Absolutely not.
is anything. It might be a 0. We might put this in a tank, it might not do fucking anything. But the cool factor of this thing is sky high. So I introduced to you from Dran Crazy, the brand new, the Sumeragi. So this is an arowana shaped and profiled bait designed to look like an arowana. I mean, it is so cool, right? So tremendous detail spent in all of the scaling, in the fins. So you have these soft fins on the side. You've got the little, nostril fins up there. You've got all, I mean, dude, it is a lifelike interpretation of an arowana. Now, do bass eat arowana? Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even care. I want this,
Mm-hmm.
right? So super dope. These are going to be incredibly limited. The first time I saw that they were going to make these, I ordered 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
I think we got like 20.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are really, really hard. He told me that this is like the most time-consuming bait that they've ever made. So this is not going to be something that's going to be mass-produced and just available forever. So if you guys have been seeing these, or maybe you're seeing them now for the first time, you're like, holy shit, that is cool. You're definitely gonna wanna scoop these up. Now, they will eventually be in, I think, 6 or 7 colors. We get 3 colors in this week. So we get gold arowana, which I have here. We also see a silver arowana. Can you see through that? All these packages are shrink wrapped. Like they wanted to make sure that everything was beautiful when it arrived. That might be a little easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a silver arowana there. And then there is a black arowana here. I'm gonna shrink wrap this real quick. And then the black arowana there. So really, really cool baits. Here we go. 150 millimeters, 50 gram. I'm surprised. It doesn't feel like a 50 gram bait.
It's almost a 2-ounce bait.
So almost a 2-ounce bait. Does that feel 2 ounce to you? I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess it is 2
Yeah.
ounce. Yeah. So it's a solid bait. Just fun factor through the roof on this guy. So there you go. While supplies last, the Sumeragi available now. All right, really quick, Jeff, before we jump to rods and reels, the JDM Bento Box is something that we do here every month. This is a subscription program. Every month we hold a few boxes back just to make sure delivery goes out okay and everybody receives their boxes. So this latest box was a dope one. There's lots of cool stuff in here, including some amazing Gilco colors in the 110 and Pop Max. First time they have ever been made. The reason I'm showing this is we have a handful of boxes left. I'm not advertising them except for right here. So if you guys have made it this far through the video and you want a bento box, this is a chance to pick up this box. A standalone offering. It's not a subscription, but you can grab this box, get that super dope Gilco. First and only time it's ever been made. Griffin and I have been just like 2 kids in a candy store this week with that. So available while supplies last. You guys can grab those. All right, Jeff. We have been waiting
We have.
for this.
Yes, sir. I know you
So,
have.
Obviously, everyone around here, huge fans of the Daiwa Exist. We weren't expecting the new 2022 version until April. We got lucky. We got a small batch in, little teaser batch. Okay, so this isn't the big, huge batch where there'll be plenty for everybody. It's a small little teaser batch. So if you guys have been waiting, you can grab these now. 2,000 size, 2,500 size, 3,000 size, but 3,000 size is gonna sell out in about 3 seconds when Griff buys that last one. So let's talk about 2,500 size because there's a handful left in that. Let's just talk about the Exist period overall. Let me see that 3,000. Okay, so what could Daiwa possibly do to Exist to make this better, right? So the last version of Exist was a 2018. This is a 2022. Now, here's what Daiwa did. They have created this whole new air drive system. So they have gone to a monocoque body. So the body is now a one-piece monocoque frame that allows for bigger gears inside. So you have more surface area. So it's going to be even smoother. I mean, literally, dude, you don't hear anything. Like no sound. It is so smooth, no sound, exactly what you would expect from an Exist. The entire front section has been completely redesigned. They have gone with a one-piece air drive rotor, so no screws, no attachments. They've allowed it to be lighter, crisper, perform better. They've got new gearing inside, everything supported not just with bearings, but with MagSeal bearings. So it's going to prevent any water from going in. You have a new spool design. You have a new bail design that's at a slight angle, so it forces the line into the winder there. It's just butter smooth. There's a new drag. The new drag is going to be even smoother than the old drag. So gone is the old kind of rivet system. Now there's more of an angled rivet system. So it's slightly, I would say, tighter, right? So the control is going to be even greater when fighting fish on these. I'm super stoked about these. I mean, this is so exciting to get them. So 2500 is going to be available in an XH. So that's going to be their high speed, right? So that is going to be, I think it's a 6.2. 6.2 to 1, which is going to be 34 inches of line pickup per crank. Okay, so it's going to be equivalent to throwing an 8 to 1. So the 2500 is the one that they have designed to go as a bottom contact spinning reel. The 3000 is going to be a low gear ratio. So this guy is going to be 30 inches per crank. Now, they are working on trying to do a high speed 3000 because a lot of people like me, I love throwing bottom contact on my 3000, but I want it to be that higher gear ratio, right? For now, the 3000 they're offering is going to be more of a reaction type reel. It's going to be more for throwing a jerkbait, topwater, or if you're okay with 30 inches of crank per turn on bottom contact, then this will be great for you as well. So there you go. They're not cheap, Jeff. $859.95. They are getting up there, but it's basically $50 more than the last version. It's about 15% lighter on the 2500 size. And wait till you feel this on the rod that I'm going to talk about here in a minute. It's so dope. So if you guys are Exist geeks like we are, definitely scoop these up. This is your first shot at them. We should see another resupply here next month, hopefully. So there you go. The brand new 2022 Exist from Daiwa, available now. All right, a few JDM Daiwa restocks as well. We see a handful of the Luvius Arity. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on that. We only get it in the 1000 size, but a lot of you guys that are fishing really finesse stuff have been loving that Luvius Arity, so those are back. We see a big restock in Zillions this week, both in the US and the Japan model, so those return. For the first time in a long time, Jeff, we see the 8 to 1 Steez A.
Look at that thing.
Return as well. So it's been a while since Daiwa has made these. So if you guys love the Steez A like we do, and you want that 8 to 1, which is a JDM only offering, those are available also. And then we also see the addition of the Air T-Wing, the Gekka Bijin. So this is the new bait finesse reel from Daiwa Japan, designed as a PE bait finesse reel. So that means braid. So, you know, we have talked about the dangers of using braid and bait finesse for so long because the spools are so light, the reels are so light, that a lot of times you can dent them or you can, you know, move them out of alignment. This guy designed specifically for throwing light braid and designed for throwing very light weights. It's designed for throwing like 1 and 2 gram stuff. So if you guys are looking for an ultra lightweight, it's a narrower spool, it's a stronger spool that you can also throw braid on. It's super sexy looking. So just another option in the bait finesse land. So there you go, those are available now as well.
Say the name of that again.
Gekka Bijin.
Gekka Bijin?
Yeah, Gekka Bijin Air T-Wing.
Gekka
PE
Bijin.
special.
Okay.
Yeah, boom. And if you guys are a Shimano fan, huge restocks from Shimano. It's just a restock notice. If you guys have been waiting on Cryo DCs, TMDCs, Vanfords, any of that stuff, they all return this week. So if you guys have been waiting on Shimano reels, this is a great time. Check them out. All back in stock.
Isn't
All right,
that a
Jeff.
cardinal sin?
I love cardinal sins. You know that I'm a huge fan of Metanium DCs on my Steez AGS rods. I'm a huge fan of it exist on any rod. So, sorry Stella, you lose. 852 NRX Plus back in stock. This is the first time we've had these rods actually land to the shelf. There's been so many pre-orders, they've just been evaporating out. Now we see a big supply. This is the 7-1 medium. This is basically the windbuster of the NRX line, right? To kind of do everything. Drop shot, nickel rig, free rig, but dude, wait till you feel this thing with the 2500 exist on there. Here. Stupid. Butter smooth, ultra sensitive, Griff shaking his head.
It feels like nothing.
Right. It's unbelievable. I can't wait for you guys. If you guys are in the Phoenix area, you got to come in this week while I have these in stock and feel this. This is crazy. And if you're not, here you go. It's as close as you get. It feels amazing. Jeff, what say you? Feel that? I know you're a huge spinning rod fan.
Huge spinning rod
Yeah.
guy. Yeah, this feels pretty insane.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
So an amazing rod, amazing reel. That's the combo.
Wow.
You shouldn't be allowed to buy an 852 NRX unless you put a 2500.
I like this bundle
exist
deal.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. If you guys have been waiting on 852 NRXs, now is the time. Grab them up. Boom. All right, Jeff, some important restocks to note in the Megabass world, specifically Levante and Orochi. So a lot of guys have been waiting on some key models to show. So if you guys have been waiting on Levante, we see a bunch return this week. Spinning rods all return. The Leviathan swim bait rod back in stock, right? So this is just the great 2 to 8 ounce swim bait rod, amazing multi-use, so those return. We also see the Leviathan return in the Orochi, so if you want one just a little bit lighter, a little bit crisper, you can go with the Orochi version. And then we also see Orochi's return in a couple of the key models, including the Launcher. So this is our favorite, deep crank rod, 711 glass rod. And then we also see the Braillist return in both Orochi and Levante. So if you guys are looking for a deep water jig rod, 3/8 to 1 ounce, right? So bottom contact jig for the Braillist, great options, all back in stock this week. All right, and while we're on rods, Jeff, a new rod brand
No way.
for us. Now, actually, we're going to say new, but it's
Okay.
not new. We
Oh.
actually carried this brand in the very beginning when they first launched, and we had our store up at the lake. We had all their rods. As we just condensed space and we just shifted a lot of our product around, they kind of went away, but now they're back. They're building great rods again, and so we're excited to have them back on board. So I introduced to you the reintroduction, I guess, of iRod here at the Hookup Tackle. So we're going to carry them in the Air Series and the Genesis 3. iRod is known for having very light, very technique-specific rods, a huge lineup. I think there's like 26 or 27 different models in the Genesis. These are all $149 price point. The Air Series, which are super lightweight, $249, so they're very affordable rods. Tons of different options. There's some jig rods, there's some worm rods, there's even big swim bait rods, there's punching rods, right? Here, check that one out. That's a 2 to 8 ounce swim bait rod. Super light, $249, right? So a lot of options for you. Here's a big crankbait rod for deep crank. So if you guys are looking just for an alternative that's at a lower price point, iRod might be a great option for you guys. So check them out online, all in stock now here at the Hookup Tackle. All right, guys, and while we are on rods, let's talk about the biggest St. Croix promotion of the year. This is the St. Croix Hookup Tackle collab promotion, where every St. Croix rod, no matter what the model, right, no matter what the line, is going to come with a Hookup Tackle gift card in different amounts. So for instance, if you purchase a Victory rod, it will come with a $40 gift card that you can use for anything else. Get some line, get some baits, put it towards a reel. St. Croix Legend Extreme, $150 gift card with every rod, right? So, I mean, we're talking some big money. Legend Tournament, $100 gift card. Legend Glass, $60 gift card, right? So purchase a rod, get a gift card for free that you can use for anything else in the store. If you guys have been looking to purchase a St. Croix rod, this is the best pricing of the year. So while supplies last, it will be limited to what is available on hand. It will run through this week, so last chance to grab it. But there you go, St. Croix promotion happening right now. All right, guys, that is a wrap. That was a lot of stuff, Jeff.
I'd say so.
Cheers. Happy Sunday, everyone. Thank you guys for giving me a few minutes of time. Thank you guys for the support in the business. Always fun to come on a Sunday. I highly doubt my wife is watching it all, but if you are, Kelly, I love you. Happy anniversary. Cheers, my friends. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm just going to cuddle with my new best friend over here since I don't have a wife. My wife's in Vegas, but I have an NRX and it exists. Cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday. Peace.